woke up about an hour ago and I did my morning pages and I also did my affirmations. It's about 2 p.m. right now. There are so many things I was supposed to do today and I'm just like, everybody stop. Everybody chill. Everybody shut the fuck up, actually. Like, the thing is, I didn't know I was gonna feel the way I felt this morning. Then I started thinking about all the things that I've been putting off that I need to do, and I was like starting to get overwhelmed. And so I had to, there weren't important things that I need to do for my friends and my family. Like, it's chill. Like, we can miss a day. Also, wait, I don't know if I said I just woke up. Did I say that already? Week 3 was really interesting. I feel like I'm being tested for something, and I don't know if I'm passing. I'm putting it right here, just so you know. Like, I don't know if if I'm passing the test. And the thing is, like, nobody told me there's a test. Maybe it's not a test. Maybe it's just life being life. But the universe and I, well, actually, it's just me projecting onto the universe. But the universe and I always feel like whenever I set a goal, she does something to see if, like, I can overcome it. What's a good example? An example would be, like, let's say I want to be patient, right? I say that out loud as a goal, and I write that down as a goal. But the thing is, as soon as I write that shit down, and as soon as I say it out loud, the universe hears me, and the universe sees what I just wrote. They will immediately take that and be like, oh, you want to be patient? Okay, try to be patient in this scenario. And then sometimes I fail. And actually, like, most of the time, like, the first round, like, I fail. And so this time around, I have this goal in my head. I actually have a lot of goals in my head, but this one particular goal, I have other things where I'm like, whether or not I achieve it won't feel so personal, as long as, like, I'm putting in consistent work throughout. Because eventually, like, if I'm consistent with it, eventually, like, I will reach it. But if I end up not reaching it, or it takes a while, that's okay. But this particular goal that I cannot tell you is so fucking personal to me. And it's very much like the only light that's leading me, that's keeping me going. And I'm being tested. and I'm being tested. And so I have already wrote at least 5 pages about it. And to be fair, like, the pages are, like, you know, like, front and back. Not too many, like, not a lot of writing, but it's enough for me to be like, okay, like, do you feel good now? Like, do you feel better? So I'm gonna go over the check-in questions. Number 1, I wrote my morning pages 4 days out of the 7. I'm at a point with the morning pages where I do look forward to writing in the morning because it is a release for me. Now, why is it 4 out of 7 if I like it so much? It's because I do not wake up in time. When I do miss a day to write, it's because it's during the workday. And so if I'm already late, if I already overslept, I need to get ready for work, and I cannot spend whatever time I have to write my morning pages. Weekends are, like, where I make up for half of it, really. And in the beginning, I really beat myself up for not reaching 7 out of 7. But I'm like, girl, I'm tired. I'm gonna go back to bed. Which, maybe don't take that approach. And then I did take myself out on an artist date. I went shopping. Nothing crazy, only spent $100, hey. Was planning to buy a pre-roll, and I'm looking at the options they have, and I asked the very beautiful woman behind the counter, and mind you, she's already tall, and their register area is on an elevated platform, and so she's extra tall, and I'm just like, ma'am, like, what y'all got going on back there? And so I asked her, oh, what do you recommend? Like, what have you tried? And she said, oh, I don't know, I don't smoke. Well, well, she did not get that sale, you guys. So I did not leave with anything. I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. Like, I have been towards the end of last year, like around maybe November, I was pretty much hitting my pen like every day and smoking some flower. Come New Year's, since I started getting busy with everything else, it just would not cross my mind to hit my pen. And so, like, I went a whole month not hitting my pen. So on my birthday, my friend Chris gave me this THC drink that really got my shit rocked. Like, oh my god. And he asked me, and he told me that, like, you took that shit like a champ. And I'm like, girl, I was dying. Every single one of you kept asking me if I'm okay because my face is so readable. I did not take that shit like a champ. Like, why is he lying to me? Man. But anyways, I'm getting off track. First date went really well. It feels nice to always take time to do something for yourself because you need it, man. Like, when people don't do that, like, it kind of shows in the way they carry themselves. Like, you look fucking lost, papa. Now, going into what I reflected on this week, number one, nobody fucking warned me, like, how much grief there will be as I grow older. Nobody warned me for that. Everybody kept telling me, like, oh, you're gonna have to pay for everything. Okay. I knew that already. The fuck? Bro, like, I have adults around me and almost everybody stresses about money. Like, I hear conversations, like, as a child, like, all around me about money. Like, I knew that. But nobody warned me about the amount of loss I will go through as I grow older. And nobody taught me how to cope with the loss and how to move and, like, feel the grief. I'm just running blind. I'm doing my best with writing as much as I can down because I can't hold them all in and they can't stay in my head. They need to go somewhere. Just for reference, I'd be writing. I can only do so much about writing. I have also cried a lot, and I have taken many times where I would just sit in our balcony or stare at a window for a good 20 minutes and just whatever emotions arise, I just sit with it. And then I did cry a lot. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if I should tell you. Another thing I did to cope with the heartbreak and loss is I talked to myself a lot. So I had this tall mirror and I can move it around because it's not like posted in like on a wall. It's not a standing mirror either. At the time I had my Spotify playlist, all the songs that I'm like I know would invoke some shit in me. Like, I know I will cry listening to this. It's an hour or too long. Don't care. I would take that mirror, sit in front of it, and the song would play. And I would just talk to myself about everything I felt that day. And most of the time, I will cry. But at the end of it, I felt really good. Felt like I released a lot of emotions that I was keeping in my body. I did that for a whole month. It's actually crazy, like, how much I cried. I just don't know, like, if it was ever gonna go away. I didn't know how long it would stay. And I was so adamant and very persistent to make sure I keep going. I had to, like, there was no other point. So that's how I dealt with it. And I'm very grateful to also have my friends and family because I also go to them a lot. The second thing is very grateful that I have stayed true to myself and everything that I stand for. Even if it meant losing some people and having to cope with that loss. Because I don't take loss of personal relationships well. which I don't think anybody does. I think everybody just tries to cover up the fact that they're actually fucking hurt and they're actually sad and grieving and they just want to jump off a cliff. And that's fine. Well, that's not fine. Like, I think everybody should be more expressive about what they're feeling rather than and then go out into the world acting like everything is okay. Because then a person who is suffering will see you're suffering. And that could be a thing where you both come together and help alleviate some of that weight of each other. That doesn't have to be romantic, okay? Everything I'm talking about, relationships-wise, are not all romantic. Because friendships, to me, the loss of them, they don't feel good. But I also learned that, especially with being an adult now, I've been an adult since I was 18, I guess. But, like, now that I'm 24, it has never been clearer to me that friendships during this age phases out a lot more than when we were younger because of, like, the different schedules and timelines that we're all in. I'm trying to just let it be and not take it so personal, but I'm having a hard time. And I don't want to say I'm failing at it, but I'm giving it my damndest to at least get a D+. You know? Nothing about this week's reflection felt inspiring. It's just more of a reminder of what I already know. I noticed that when I start losing focus of myself, my head starts going a little crazy because now there's other people who have my time and attention, and because of it, I'm starting to neglect the things that I would do for myself. And then I felt that, and so I wrote in one of my journals, I'm like, you need to lock the fuck in. And I just need to remind myself that at the end of the day, this is my life, you guys. Like, nobody else is living this except me. When I start making goals based on other people, I'm a little bit off track. Everything that I do, it has to be for my own sake, because for the longest time, I was okay with compromising my goals to make sure it fit another person's. And I'm just no longer in that position, and so I shouldn't act that way anymore. Yeah. So I had to remind myself really quickly who I am and what I'm capable of and everything that I bring to the table, which nobody's asking for, but I'm just saying, like, I am who I am, and there is no one else in the world like me, and that makes everyone else as precious and as unique. Because the whole thing about, for example, with romantic relationships is that whenever a couple breaks up, there is so much, like, advice surrounding, like, oh, don't worry, like, you're gonna find someone better. And it's like, well, that person invoked a version of me that no one else can. And if person B comes around, they will also invoke a different version of me that this person can, because we're all so different and unique. And I don't think people are replaceable at all. Trying to move on with that mentality is so, like, it just doesn't work with me, because I love everyone I have ever loved. If I try to approach the moving on part with, I'm gonna find someone else better, someone, like, and it comes from the mindset of replacement, and I don't want a replacement. I don't. People aren't, oh my God, I'm going in circles. People need to get over the idea that people are replaceable, because they are not. And that's where we all fuck up. Everybody just take a fucking second. I'm gonna end it here. I have talked enough, and I gotta go do some shit. I need to do some chores and also homework for school that I've been putting off. I was gonna do it yesterday, but my room took longer than I thought, because my room was really messy, and it took longer than I thought to clean, or to at least get organized. So now I'm a little bit behind on schedule, and it's already 2 p.m.-ish, so I need to get started with my day. I hope you took away something from this, and if not, thank you for listening. I will see you in the next week. which hopefully is a much livelier week. No offense to week 3. Looking forward to it. I love you. Bye.